Staring at the screen wondering, does that sound right? Well, you are in the right place. Today, we're going to build your confidence by creating your very own English Grammar Toolkit. So let's just jump right in.
I want you to think about English grammar kind of like building with Legos. Seriously, once you know what the basic blocks are and how they all click together, you can build pretty much anything you want. And today, we're going to master 4 of those key building blocks. We'll look at the different jobs words have, how we use them to talk about time, who's actually doing the action, and we'll wrap up with those tiny but super important words, and the. Okay, so these 4 topics, they're the absolute bedrock, the foundation of English. I'm telling you, once you nail these, speaking and writing correctly just gets so much easier. So, you ready? Let's start building. All right, our very first building block is something called parts of speech. Now, don't let the name scare you. It's really just a fancy way of saying that every single word in a sentence has its own special job to do. Kind of like players on a team, right? So, let's meet the players. First up on the team, we have the noun. A noun is, well, it's just a naming word. That's it. It gives a name to a person, a place, an animal, or a thing. Pretty simple, isn't it? For example, Ram is a person's name, school is a place, dog is an animal, and book is a thing. All of these words you see here are nouns. Basically, they're the who or the what of your sentence. Okay, next up is the verb. Now, if nouns are the who or what, then verbs are the engine of the sentence. They're the what's happening part. They are the action words, the ones that really bring a sentence to life. Words like run, eat, and write are pretty obvious actions, right? But what's interesting is that even a simple word like is a verb. It shows a state of being. Like if I say, she is happy. See? Okay, little challenge for you. What's one action, one verb that you've already done today? Just think of one. And now for the fun part, adjectives. This is where we get to add some spice and personality to our sentences. Adjectives are describing words. They add detail, they add color, they just make everything sound way more interesting by describing our nouns. So think about it. Instead of just a dog, you could say a big dog or a happy dog. Instead of a flower, it becomes a beautiful flower. See how that paints a much clearer picture in your mind? Okay, your turn again. What's one adjective you would use to describe your day so far? All right, pop quiz time. Ready? Here's the sentence. It is a beautiful flower. One more time. It is a beautiful flower. So which word there is the adjective? Take a second. Did you get it? It's beautiful, of course. Why? Because it's telling us more about the noun, the flower. Awesome job. See? You're totally getting this. Okay, let's grab our next building block. So we already know that verbs are action words, but they have another super important job. They tell us when an action is happening, and that's what we call tense. This little chart makes it super clear. Let's start at the top. The present tense, that's for stuff happening right now or things you do all the time, like she plays basketball. Simple. Next up, the past tense. This is for anything that's already happened. She played yesterday. It's done. It's in the past. And finally, the future tense. You guessed it, for stuff that will happen later. She will play tomorrow. So it's all about the timing. Now, before, or later. That's all tense is. Okay, you know what time it is. Quiz time. Check out the sentence. I will eat dinner later. What tense is that? Yes, you got it. It's the future tense. Why? Because the eating hasn't happened yet. Great job. All right, on to building block number 3. Now this one sounds a bit technical, active versus passive voice, but trust me, it's actually really simple. It's all about who or what is doing the action in your sentence. And this slide lays it out perfectly. Look over on the left, the active voice. Here, the subject is the star of the show. They're the one doing the action. Ram wrote a letter. Super direct, right? Ram is doing the writing. Now look at the right side, the passive voice. Here, we kind of flip the focus. The thing that receives the action becomes the subject. A letter was written by Ram. See the difference? Now the focus is on the letter, not on Ram. It's the exact same information, we're just shining the spotlight in a different place. And here we are, our final building block. This one is all about 3 tiny little words you use all the time. A, an, and the. Their official name is articles, and their job is to pop up right before nouns. So how do you know which one to use? Well, here's a super easy 3-steps checklist. Step 1. Does the word start with a consonant sound? Like the D in dog? Then you use a dog. Easy. Step 2. Does it start with a vowel sound, like A, E, I, O, U, like the A in apple? Then you use an apple. And finally, step 3. Are you talking about a very specific thing that we both know about? Like there's only one sun in our sky, right? So we say the sun. And that's pretty much it.
And that's it. Just like that, you've put together your entire grammar toolkit. You've just learned 4 huge concepts that are going to make your English so much better. Starting right now, let's do a super quick recap of all the new skills you've just picked up.
So let's take a look. What's in your toolkit now? Well, check this out. You've got parts of speech, so you know the jobs that different words do. You've got tenses, so you can talk about when things happen. You've got active and passive voice, so you can change the focus of your sentences. And you've got articles, so you know exactly when to use a, and, or the. I mean, that is a fantastic foundation to build everything else on.
And listen, this is probably the most important thing I'll say today. Knowing this stuff is great, but it's the practice that really makes it stick. The more you use these 4 tools, the stronger your English is going to get and the more confident you're going to feel. That's a promise. You really did an amazing job today. Seriously, you now have the 4 most essential building blocks for English grammar. They're all yours. So I guess there's just one question left. Now that you have the tools, what are you going to build with them? Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today. And don't forget, keep practicing.